I love creating the podcast. If you have enjoyed the episodes in any way, the best way to support me is my subscription link. For as little as $3 a month, you can help support the time and production cost included in producing the podcast. Welcome to the Essence of Life podcast. My name is Barbara Ann Briggs, and I'm a certified teacher of Transcendental Meditation and also a certified consciousness advisor. I'm also the author of 3 books. My first book is called The Contribution of Mahashi's Vedic Science to Complete Fulfillment in Life. This book contains over 100 quotations by Maharshi Mahesh Yogi, and the aim of the book is to allow us to become very familiar with the basic foundational principles of Maharshi's Vedic science, and it has 16 chapters covering all the major features of Maharshi's Vedic science. My second book is called Pilgrimage on the Path of Love, and it's a novel of visionary fiction which has been hailed as the perfect amalgamation of spiritual awakening and self-discovery. My third book is called Guide to Good Health, 7 Simple Health Hacks. And this book goes into the basic principles of Ayurveda, and it gives us a very clear understanding of how we can protect our health and prevent diseases from arising. So today, the topic that we're really the subject of today's podcast is how to reduce tension. And in this podcast, I will be reading from a book by Swami Satchit Ananda. And the book is called Dive Deep and Soar High. And this is the chapter on tension. Shyam, Ramu, why are you so moody? Ramu, I have many problems but find no solution. Shyam, what kind of problems? Cite one, for example. Ramu, my boss in the office is a terrible man. He takes us to task, even for simple mistakes, and sometimes for the mistakes of others. I am afraid to face him, so I go to the office with a lot of tension. At home, my wife wants to have her own way, and our disagreements lead to verbal duels. My son is seriously ill, and I am short of money to pay the bills. All these give me great tension. Sham, what you say is perfectly right. You have every reason to be upset and worried. But God has given us intellect. On such occasions, you have to use your intellect, which will help you to make the right decision. Now I am telling you on behalf of your intellect to have a frank talk with Fear, who is the culprit. Mr. Ramu, Ramu, Mr. Fear, why do you take possession of me so often? Fear, I come to you to save your life, especially when someone is ready to attack you. Then I make you run away and escape. When you are near fire or any other danger, I come to warn you to take care of yourself. When you feel too weak to face any situation, I am with you. Ramu, when someone is due to attack me, you make me run away and escape. Thus you make a coward of me. Should I not counter him? Fear, if you were made of that stuff, I would not have come near you. Ramu, how do you know that? Fear, I know where I should go. Ramu, but by your presence I am becoming weaker and weaker. I am looked upon by others as a useless fellow. Fear, if you feel like that, then you should try to face the danger. But you have not been trying. That is why I rushed to you. Ramu, how can I make myself fit to face the danger? Fear, as already advised to you, intellect must be made use of. Intellect will help you to understand that you run away from danger because you are so much attached to your body. This attachment to the body, based on your identification with the body, makes you protect the body using the safest and simplest method, running away. Ramu, then with what should I identify? Fear, with what you really are. Ramu, then what am I really? Fear, really you are the spirit that is giving life and energy to the body. Ramu, what difference does it make whether I identify myself with the body or the spirit? Fear, my dear friend, the body is perishable. It has birth, growth, and death. If you feel you are the body, then the birth, growth, and death belong to you, and also any injury to the body belongs to you. Therefore, you try to free the body from any harm or pain. Ramu, what about my identification with the spirit? Fear. Spirit has no birth, growth, and death. It is not affected by contact with fire, air, water, or any weapon. So if your identification with the spirit is perfect, then you will not run away from danger and will not mind any minor injury to the body. You know that your real being is not affected by any injury to the body. Ramu, do you mean to say those who identify themselves with the spirit will be able to face any danger? Fear, yes. When they suddenly face danger, their nervous system may react as of old, but that will be only momentary. Sham, Ramu, do you now understand how to face difficulties bravely? The moment you are able to face anything bravely, tension will have no place. Ramu, tension comes through other ways also. Sham, tension comes when you are apprehensive, when you have negative thoughts, mostly when you are alone to face some difficulties, when you are going to meet a very important person, and so on. All these happen when you are alone and when you feel something is going to happen to you. Ramu, you are right, but how to get rid of it? Sham, by bringing in positive thoughts, by developing faith in God's protection, and by feeling his constant company. When you have God remembrance, you will be free from all tensions, as you will be sure it is God who does everything. The so-called very important person whom you go to meet is also God. So you are going to meet God in human form, not a tyrant. In a nutshell, God's thought and knowledge of your real being will help you to face all situations, all dangers, and different types of people boldly and free you from all tension. Ramu, I told you about my boss. Sham, bosses can be very strict disciplinarians and hard taskmasters. Some are loving and lenient. Whatever they are, people who work under them have to adjust themselves to the whims and fancies of the bosses. In your case, though your boss appears terrible and is hard on you, you must know that everybody has a soft side also. Ramu, how to work with him without feeling the tension. Sham, if you understand that everybody has a soft side and do your duty perfectly and look upon him with love, talk to him lovingly in spite of his harsh words, he will surely change sooner or later. The change in the attitude of the boss will depend on how sincerely and wholeheartedly you love him. Real love can come to you only if you see divinity in others and train your mind to accept every incident that happens in this world as happening by God's will. So you should take it that it is by God's will that you are employed in this office, and it is by God's will that your boss is behaving as described by you. If you accept this, you would be able to adjust yourself to any condition because you will be feeling that you are dealing with God only, and it is He who brings about every incident. Ramu, what about the situation at home? How to handle the difficulties with my wife? Sham, here also, if you accept the fact that it is by God's will that your wife behaves in the manner she does, if you treat her with love and affection, and if you maintain your cool without losing your temper, your wife cannot but change. Ramu, how can I apply this approach to the mounting hospital bills? Sham, now about that problem, if you are financially so bad and unable to seek help from anybody, you have to approach God by taking his name and pray to him to come to your rescue in an attitude of perfect surrender. Now you will see that help comes to you mysteriously. God arranges help to teach you through any human form. You may not recognize him as God or as sent by God. Such has been the experience of many bhaktas. So if you pray to God, next moment your tension will be gone and peace will prevail in your heart. Ramu, there are many occasions causing tension. Sham, tension caused by any occasion can be avoided if you have God remembrance and repose faith in him. When you have such a faith in him, you will be free from tension, even if things do not happen the way you wanted, as you will be able to accept that it is God's will that works. Ramu, what about negative thinking? Negative thinking and apprehension can be got over if you have implicit faith in God, that it is God who does everything, and he always means well. And I'd like to end with this quotation by J.P. Vaswani. Never carry the tension of one moment to another. Has anyone harmed you? Has someone spread scandal against you? Has someone behaved rudely towards you? Forget it all, thinking of the unity of life. No man is an island. We must not cut ourselves off from others. In this thought, dissolve all tension. End quote. So it's been a great pleasure speaking to you today. If you'd like to learn more about my work, I'd like to invite you to my website, barbaraannbriggs.com. And I'd also like to invite you to my YouTube channel, Living Wisdom with Barbara Briggs. And I look forward to sharing many more insights about the spiritual life in our coming episodes. Until we meet again, very, very best wishes to you.